This next guest coming up has been making music for over 20-some years. He's been making, distributing, and producing his own music in various ways. Pretty much a DIY through and through. But he doesn't sound like anything you're expecting. It's kind of like a combination of Madonna on some songs or Fleetwood Mac on the others. Very singer-songwriter or dancey. Make sure you check out this song coming up from him. Before our interview, we have My Life is Perfect.
Rich man, help my mother, she can't find a job. She is worried she won't have a home. It's what our country looks like now. My home in my favorite neighborhood. There's black people, so it's called the hood. It's what our country feels like now. For me, it's what my night it looks like now. My life is perfect. My life is perfect. The drunk on my couch has gone, oh, the drunk on my bathroom floor has gone, oh, the drunk atop my bed has gone. It's just me.
Quite an honor to have Jeremy right here via the technology of the telephone. And you've been making music for how long, Jeremy?
21 years. Well, my whole life. I've been releasing it for 21 years.
21 years. What influenced you and inspired you to start making music?
Well, I don't know. Like, I always did it, so there never was a time when I really didn't do it. So it's like I always felt like compelled to just do it.
That's awesome.
I think, like a couple years ago, I tried to stop doing it. I'm like, all right, this is who I am without being a musician. But then I just like laid on the couch and ate frozen pizza. So I just went back to being a musician because that's how my self-identity.
Well, your music is phenomenal, and it ranges from like dance music to great singer-songwriter kind of compositions. who are kind of some of your influences?
My influences? Oh, geez. Well, I guess the music I listen to a lot. Lately, I always like Madonna a lot. I like Fleetwood Mac. I'm a big Fleetwood Mac fan. I like Joni Mitchell. Lately, I've been listening to a lot of Natalie Merchant and Tori Amos' new albums. So, I guess 70s, 80s, and 90s stuff.
Which is great because it really sounds like it's from another generation. Does that kind of mean that you don't like a lot of modern music?
So, people probably gonna make fun of me for this, but the only modern singer I like is Lana Del Rey.
Hey, Lana Del Rey is fantastic.
She's the only one I like. Like, that's it. Lana Del Rey, that's it.
Now, would you say that there's a lot of would you say that once we got to modern music, it started to get to a lot more of a melding, and it almost sounds like it's losing its identity? Would you kind of feel that way?
Maybe, but also, like, I'm getting older now, so a lot of modern music is by young people. Like, in the 80s, the top 40 music, like, Tina Turner was in her late 40s when she was charting in the 80s. Like, a lot of, like, Debbie Harry was in her 30s when Blondie was big. But now, like, music that charts is from a lot of teenagers, and, you know, I'm going to be 40 years old. I can't really relate to a teenager.
And heck, how can some people would say, how would they be able to relate with a lot of situations also? And it's like they're just thrown into the industry, aren't they?
Yeah. The music industry is very youth-oriented. I mean, I guess it always has been to some extent. But back in the day, I mean, like, when you think about it, like, Aretha Franklin was around in the 60s, but she came back in the 80s, and she started, like, in the 80s in her 40s, so it just doesn't happen anymore. It's weird.
It's very different because it seems like they are trying to push this younger generation to make this music, but at the same time, it's like, does the younger generation even have? Well, I'm not trying to put them all in one category, but the ones that you see push, do they even have anything to say?
That's me. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's like what I love about your stuff is that it's not only is it some of it's poppy and some of it's melodic and like I said, singer-songwriter, but you also have something to say.
Hopefully. Sometimes.
Well, it's really like really personal, and do you feel sometimes like it makes you vulnerable putting a lot of that stuff out there?
Oh, I don't know. I think I've always put so much out there that I'm desensitized to it. Like, once it's out there, it just doesn't faze me anymore. So, I mean, I don't know if that makes sense.
No, and it does make sense, yeah.
Like, I've always been so open that it's hard to imagine not being this way. But it doesn't bother me at all. I'm like, whatever.
Your music it's absolutely, it's great, and what I love too, though, is even though it's not punk rock music, it has a punk rock spirit because it's very DIY. And
I've always been broke.
really, is it because is it that reason, or is it because you have that like that pioneering kind of spirit?
Yeah, I think it's being a product of the early 90s. Like, when I started doing music, like, all it was a bunch of kids with a tape player. We were all just high-speed dub our albums, and everyone did that. And everyone photocopied their album covers on the Xerox machine, and then we just sent them all out in the mail. That's how, like, people distributed their music back then. So it was very, like, do-it-yourself. Everybody did it that way. And, well, back then, not everyone really watched, like, the people now, like, the first thing someone starts off, they want to get signed. That wasn't the deal back then. People just wanted to make music and share it with each other.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
The early 90s were great.
I think they're starting to get more of a resurgence of that, though, now with the internet, because now it's like, now you've got more of a connection of these people who are disillusioned, and they're like, you know what, let's just do it ourselves, and they have a lot more tools. Would you feel that way?
I agree. That's definitely cool. And, you know, now I'm a little bit older, so I like to, like, see what the kids are doing and kind of jump on that thing. Like, I'm doing a band now. Like, I kind of quit my solo music. I'm doing a band with this girl. That's pretty cool.
That's awesome. Well, thank you very much, Jeremy, and we look forward to hearing your new stuff.
And I'm putting out the greatest hits album this year with a couple new songs, so look for that.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much, Jeremy.
I'll see you soon.
All right, bye.
Bye.
That was Jeremy Gloff. But before we leave you, check out his song Wounds from his album Inside Blue Buildings. You can get that right now on iTunes, and also coming up soon, later on this year, will be his Greatest Hits album, featuring all the songs you love or you didn't even realize that you love. All right, we'll definitely check out next week. And this was the Myk Media Show.
Code 407. We just made it to day 11, and I realized my friendship shrunk by one. All these crocheted dreams of mine, suppose all fabric fades with time. There'll never be a day that is the same again. What else can you do? Oh, well, what's there left to do but laugh at all the wounds? Deck the halls with all this gloom. I don't let sunlight in my room, and now I know my hands will never touch your skin. Dasher and Dancer can go